You represent a constituency that is not one of the wealthiest in this country. A lot of people, I'm guessing, pretty scared about what's to come.
I think they are, Nigel, and on paper this looks like a good deal for the British public. I'm sure the people of Ashfield will welcome this. In the short term, they look at their bills, they're struggling to pay their bills and thinking, this is going to save us £1,000 or whatever. But I think it's a little bit of a contract as well. I think we need to be honest. I think Sir Keir needs to be honest with the hard-working taxpayer in places like Ashfield, that somewhere along the line, these companies, the government is going to get this money back somehow. It's not going to help people in the long term, but in the short term, yes, it looks good, it looks attractive, it might help them. But does it actually reduce the price of gas? Does it?
Well, it doesn't reduce the wholesale price.
Exactly.
Of gas. Of course it doesn't. And it wouldn't reduce what factories are having to pay for energy or any of those things. And I get that. I buy that. I fully understand that. But when you think about it, our national debt's now run up to £2 trillion. What's another 30 billion?
Well, yeah, you could say that. But is it the answer, though, Nigel? Like I say, the wholesale price of gas is still going to be the same, or it's going to rise even more.
Look, it's a fool's world in economic terms, and I get that. The argument I'm making, and you've just heard me make, is that in political terms, this Labour leader, who, frankly, has appeared to be out of any ideas, has come up with something that short-term hit in terms of reaction from your voters is very positive. And can you tell me what Rishi or Liz are offering?
Well, you're right. It's great politics. This will win votes. This is very appealing to the British public. I like it. It's going to make my life easier, make my parents' life easier, make the residents in Ashfield life easier. And I think Rishi, and we've got this as well in the leadership election, which, by the way, I think people are getting a little bit fed up of at the moment. They're talking about putting more people...
Why are we not getting a result to the 5th of September? Can you tell me?
Well, I think I know the result, Nigel, already.
Do you?
Yeah, I think Liz is going to win.
And you're happy about that?
Yes, I am. I mean, as you probably know, I back Kemi from the offset. There's two names on the ballot paper now. I think Liz is the one to drive forward.
Well, no, it's great to hear this. So tell me, please, what is Liz going to do for people's energy bills?
Well, I did mention to Liz when I spoke to her a few weeks back about fracking. I think it's a national disgrace that this great country of ours, sat on coal, sat on gas, surrounded by fish, as somebody once said many years ago.
Nive Evan famously.
Yeah, Nive Evan famously said that. And actually, we're importing this stuff. It's an absolute scandal.
Lee, I agree with you 100%. I want to take Farage at large out around the country, wherever we go, and I talk about the idea we should be self-sufficient in energy, produce tens of thousands of well-paid jobs rather than importing all this stuff. People agree. Labour people, Tory people agree. But right now, Liz Truss, when it comes to price, I'm taking you at your word that it's all over bar the shouting. Liz is going to be PM. We know what Keir Starmer's got on the table. What is Liz Truss saying about people's bills?
Spoke about the green levy on fuel. Yes, that's got to come off. VAT's got to come off. Absolutely. But really, Nigel, that place over there needs to apologise to the people of this country. For the past 30 or 40, even 50 years in this country, our energy policy has been absolutely useless. We've closed our mines. We've refused to frack. We're now dependent on foreign fuel. And hey presto, 40, 50 years later, we're scratching our heads thinking, why is gas so expensive?
You as a former miner say that with more passion than most people in this debate possibly could. But frankly, when it comes to people's bills, she's not offering that much, is she?
Where does it come from, Nigel? It's taxpayers' money. What Sir Keir's offer today looks very attractive, and to the people in Ashfield, like I say, it looks very, very attractive. But at the end of the day, it is a little bit of a contract, because where's the money coming from? It's coming from the great British public again. So,
ultimately, yes.
So you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I get that. Final thought, Lee Anderson. Some of the comments from Team Rishi about Liz over the weekend have been pretty vicious. I know it's a contest and all of that. Do you actually think, after the 8 or 9 months the Conservative Party has put the country through, where it's been much more concerned about itself than it has about your constituents and other people, do you actually think this autumn it's going to come together as a unified force and start giving us some leadership?
I think they will. It's not been nice, Nigel, the blue on blue attacks. I don't like it. I've always been taught that criticising private, praising public, that's my, sort of ethos. But I think we will come together in October. Sir Keir's come out with a corker today. It is. It's going to put us on the back foot. We need to be positive. We need to be strong. Not kowtow to Sir Keir and his Venezuelan type socialist policies, because that's what it is. That's what it is.
But Lee Anderson, clear spoken as you always are. Short term, it's a corker.
It's a corker.